Did I just teleport into a cutscene? Oh. What?
Good morning, Nahida. Wait. Now that Paimon remembers everything, should we instead say good morning, Lesser Lord Kusanali?
I didn't realize I thought the... What? Wait.
What's wrong, Nahida? You don't look too good.
Why are we replaying... Huh? Wait. Okay, now I'm confused because we did this quest.
I'm afraid that what you're thinking right now is correct.
What?
Did Dunyarzad already disappear?
Wait.
No way.
100 plus times. Yeah, exactly.
Are we too late?
But we've done this quest before.
Consciousness has indeed disappeared.
What the hell happened?
It can no longer endure the constant dream harvesting. Paimon can't believe it. Wait, she's actually something like a puppet, but not completely. The real Dunyarzad's consciousness could no longer keep playing her role in this dream. So another Dunyarzad appeared to replace her in the dream. Just like the grass and the trees, that Dunyarzad is just a building block of the dream that helps to keep it going. But personality-wise, she's nothing like the real Dunyarzad. Puppets are stiff and can't copy a living person's vitality. After all, they're just there as filler. You know, speaking of which, the old Dunyarzad might not have been too different from a puppet. Dunyarzad truly believed that she met you within her consciousness, and it was you who inspired her. So you do remember her after all. Yes. Back then, her family was overly protective of her. No one cared about.
I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck is up with Elazar in Sumeru. We've met two characters with this condition. And if I had a nickel for every time I met a character with Elazar, I'd have 2 nickels, which is not a lot, but it's kind of weird that it's happened twice now. So it's got to be something that's connecting them. Maybe it's the fact that they're... Didn't they say something about like the big life tree being sick or something?
Far from it. I'm still a long way off from being a real Archon. I couldn't even save her. If I were a competent Archon, I wouldn't have let my most faithful...
So if the big tree gets sick, everyone gets sick. So we gotta save the big tree after all. Okay, I get it.
It's the sage's fault, and theirs alone. I'm not beating myself up. All I did was to rationally observe the distance between myself and a real Archon. Don't be like that, Nahida. Even real Archons are still allowed to be sad. To prevent more tragedies like this, we must end the samsara as soon as possible. Great, but how do we do that? Although the Sub-Zero's festival dream is under the Akasha's control, only humans can dream. Even the Akasha is unable to create them. That means this dream belongs to a host who created it. Huh? So, how should we find that person? Well, if this is someone's dream, then everything here must come from deep within their consciousness. Which means, with the power of imagination, they can change anything in this dream.
You create the world of the dream. The subject is then put into that dream, and their mind fills it with its subconscious.
Imagination means breaking...
Sumeru Archon quest is iffy, by the way. Yeah, Act 1 was slow as hell, because I felt like I was playing it for 3 hours, and nothing was happening. It took me almost 4 hours to get to, like... It took me 4 hours to get to Port Ormos. If you don't completely finish it, exits you out of the... What? That's silly. What the hell?
No matter how many times they're served, it will always be food. Find some way to make that person realize that they're dreaming. Usually, once that happens, the person will wake up and the dream samsara will be...
Wait, hold on. Is the reason why Sumeru is long Is it the same reason that, like, 5.3 was so long in Final Fantasy? Like, I mean, it makes sense to me. 5.3 to 5.4 was slow as hell because of the pandemic. And there was a lot going on. It must have been around the time...
Remember, everything you've achieved up to this point,
I don't know.
all been for the
It's gotta be
sake of
pandemic
helping
related in
host
some way,
the
right?
end of the samsara. As for me, during this time,
Dude, the fucking Crunchyroll ad deafens me every time I'm deaf. Imagine those several cutscenes in Final Fantasy XIV. Ah, okay. Upon entering this room, several cutscenes will play in sequence.
I
Smile.
want to try something. There must still be a small wisp of possibility. Hurry and go.
I can't hear you. My ears are still ringing. Anya.
And full of pleasant surprises. Unnecessary things like this samsara need to end.
Sumeru is basically a sequence of... That damn song is stuck in my head. Rent-free. That will always be stuck in my head. Also, hi, Ra. Good morning. Welcome in.
Yeah. Saving Dunyarzad is what kept us going this whole time. But we mustn't lose hope, Traveler. Dunyarzad would definitely want to see us save everyone else. So let's break the samsara for her sake. Paimon's wondering, do you think the sages would get one of their own to be the host of this stream?
No.
Feels like it would be easier to control it that way, no?
Knowing the plan, they'd probably become aware that they were dreaming. An unsuspecting host is less likely to realize that this is a dream. Sumeru is iffy so far. Like, it's got some really good moments so far, and it's got some boring as hell moments, but the boring outweighs the good.
So, who do you think the host of the dream is?
Well, I mean, to be fair, every region before Sumeru only had 3 or 4 Archon quests. Sumeru has 6. I looked this up before stream. Sumeru has 6 Archon quests. Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, Act 4, Act 5, and Act 6. Which, I'm assuming is pandemic related. It has to be, because, like, I don't think... I'm guessing they just couldn't push out an entire new region at one time. Like, they couldn't do it because of the lack of staff, etc. at that point. And so they just made basically patch quests instead. That's the only logical explanation that makes sense to me. Genshin came... Oh, wait, that's right. Wait. I guess my brain's rationalizing it by making the time frame that Genshin's been out a lot longer. Yeah. Nah, you're right. You're right. Genshin came out during the pandemic in 2020. Damn, that's crazy. Well, technically it's 4 years if you count 2020 as year 1. But I get what you're saying. It's been a while. Which is fucking insane.
Oh, that would make sense. Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, is a symbol of the wholesome Zeru's festival, right? Pretty core character. Let's go ask him some questions, shall we?
I started playing a month after release Lamau. I've been here since the fucking start. They had a few story writer changes. I heard about that. I heard that happened during Inazuma, which makes sense. But, okay, why would... My first banner was D-Look and Jean. Listen, I imagine playing Sister. What is that emo? That's... Till this day, D-Look hasn't come home. The bitch. Remember, this also introduces an entirely new element. What do you mean? What do you mean this also introduces a new element? What do you... What? Oh! Yeah, you're right, Dendro. Grass. We touch grass.
You're back. You left in a hurry last time. Is everything okay?
What?
It's fine. Just, it's a little hard to explain.
Dendro wasn't a thing at all before Sumeru? That's crazy.
Experiment with us?
An experiment? That came out of nowhere. I'm listening, though. What do you need me to do?
Could you make a wish?
You want me to make a wish? Is that a new Sub-Zero's festival?
Oh, this bitch. What, you don't like the Night of Flowers, bro?
Okay.
Less questions, more wishing. I love that.
My wish. My wish. Okay. I'm a little nervous saying this out loud, but I want Miss Dunyarzad to be happy.
Well,
Oh.
that's,
I noticed earlier that she looked a bit down, and she wasn't really talking to anyone.
well, about
She
that.
just doesn't seem like herself. She's always so gentle and
Well,
kind, and all the kids love her.
I don't want to be the one to break the news with him that she's, like,
I've
dead
also
now.
wondered if the reason she asked me to be fairest Knight of Flowers is because I'm special to her, or something.
Good question.
So, you have a crush on Dunyarzad?
Oh, the way Paimon's voice just
That
fell.
obvious.
That's so
After what I just
sad.
said, I guess it is. When she placed the hat of the Knight of Flowers onto my head, she said to me, I want everyone to have a happy Sub-Zero's festival.
I don't like that smiley face. That
What
scares
she
me.
didn't realize was that I'm not that interested in how everyone else feels. In that moment, I just wanted to be her Knight of Flowers for the rest of my life. 50 years, 100 years, I'll serve her till the end of time.
Hmm. I don't like that smile. You're scaring me.
Okay, yeah, that was a bit...
Oh
Felt like the right
no.
moment to get it off my chest, but that was pretty embarrassing. Okay,
I'm
ready to make my
scared.
wish. I would like Miss Dunyarzad to appear in front of me right now with a smile on her face. Here goes.
Please come true.
I'm gonna open my eyes. Oh, you're
What?
Fucky. Sorry, but only one portion of Yelda candies per person. Back home you go. Nice try, you two. Anyway, never mind. I don't need to see her appear right in front of me. As long as she's happy.
Guess he isn't the host of this stream after all.
I still kind of think it's either Dea or Nilo. Because it makes sense if it were Dea. Because she has the muscle memory and stuff. That would make sense with her being the host of the dream.
Dunyarzad loves her, but none of them has any idea that she...
Smile. Guys, why are you continuously smile? Oh. Speaking of...
Yeah. Oh, right. This is when Dunyarzad bumps into the kidnappers.
Oh shit, do we finally get to fight them?
You can handle them. Hey, Traveler!
Yo, let's finally beat the shit out of these kidnappers, bro. I've been itching for a fight since this started. Wrong button. We're not gonna talk about that. I kind of wish I paired my controller up before, because I've learned recently that I enjoy playing Genshin on a controller. Kind of wild.
Oh, it's you.
Heresy? Yeah.
Please take... Hey, this is my job. The homie Yanni's pay me, not you. You... fine, alright. Knock yourself out. Why are you so worked up anyway? It's not like I don't trust your fighting skills.
I think Aether
Anyway,
suspects that it's
watch
also
yourself.
I think Aether also suspects what I'm suspecting right now. I think it's Dea. She's the one, the muscle memory
So you got
thing.
yourself some backup.
That's
Suit
what got me.
yourself.
You know what? Fuck it. Not my problem.
Where do you think you're going?
Let the show begin.
Freeze! What's the hurry? This moment will be frozen.
Tenacious!
Dodge this.
There goes one. There goes two. Get the fuck out of here.
Cool it. Dodge this. That's close enough.
What the? Bro just appeared. Bro just spawned a new one. Okay. I guess I should have expected that there would be like a multiple wave fight. Thought I was just gonna take on like two people. Oh my god. You know what? Put you into the corner. Timeout corner for you. Gay baby jail. You guys saw that, right? Bro was like fucking planking.
Freeze. Wind blade.
Here we go.
Traveler, were you just taking your anger out on those guys?
Just angry at myself.
You and Nahida both. Dunyarzad wouldn't want to see you two like this. Oh, and speaking of her, Paimon just remembered something. Remember how during the first Sub-Zero's festival, before the Samsara started, we came here with Dunyarzad because she wanted to pick something up? She said it was because she had forgotten something.
I genuinely don't remember that.
Okay, so Paimon's memory is working.
Be right back later. I have a meeting. Goodbye. I love you. Have a good day. Goodbye.
Somewhere around.
No regrets. Should we check out what the item is? Yeah. I guess. Shut up, Soto. I told you. I told you I had this shit figured out because of Haruhi when you mentioned it.
Search. This is the place.
I think when she said she wanted no regrets,
But desperate times call for desperate measures.
we have to figure out something.
Hey, the windows are unlocked. Okay. Paimon's gonna take a peek inside. This was only a temporary residence, so there was pretty much nothing inside except this book on the table. Should we open it?
Oh, good God. After almost 16 days, I was finally able to get these notes written before the Sub-Zero's festival. Once the festival ends, you and Paimon will probably continue on your journey immediately. So I was hoping that I'd be able to see you before that. Is my camera? Hold on. Sorry, VTube Studio's being weird. You just move my character out of the way and figure that out afterwards. This is a compilation of folk legends concerning Lesser Lord Kusanali, created from a series of interviews that I conducted in succession and wrote down. I interviewed many people, but I'm afraid that there are very few who knew much about her. Still, I hope that this will be of use to you in your search for her. Gandharvaville's water supply was once contaminated, forcing everyone to go very far out to get water. But one day, people suddenly found that the water was drinkable again, and someone said that a green light was seen near the water source of the previous night. Everyone believes that this was the divine power of Lesser Lord Kusanali at work. This sounds quite possible. The decontamination of water sources via natural means probably takes ages. Did Lesser Lord Kusanali appear in Gandharaville then? After Mama passed away, I was super afraid of the dark and couldn't sleep. But from one day on, I could hear a voice that would chat with me until I fell asleep. A nice lady told me that Lesser Lord Kusanali must have been watching over me. Poor child. I hope that the Sub-Zero's festival makes him feel a little happier. This is quite similar to something I experienced back then as well. She is indeed a gentle god. There was this one time when I had a wee bit too much to drink and I couldn't find my way home to save my life. Then when I turned a corner, I could have sworn I saw Lesser Lord Kusanali. She's very tall and had the most muscular... Oh, hold on. That's, Immediately I think of Dea when I read that. She was very tall and had the most muscular arms, and caught me when I slipped and fell. The next morning I found myself sleeping under a tree. I reckon that must have been her looking out for me. I'm not sure this one has much of a value as a reference. Probably just a tree, right? These folk records appended with Dunyardzard's references and opinions leave every page densely packed.
Wow. Dunyarzad wrote all of this. Sounds like she was always thinking of us even while we were away. Even though she was also busy preparing for the Sumeru's festival and had all her health problems to worry about. She must have wanted to give this to us as a gift on the day of the Sumeru's festival, right?
Now what you said about the no regrets thing completely makes
We never
sense.
would have known. But now that we know, we can't even thank her. Hey! Where are you off to now?
Damn. Damn, that's fucked, bro. I'm so sad. Like, this whole questline has made me feel so hollow. A character we barely knew anything about, and then suddenly she becomes, like, so important to us. And they did a good job of making me feel horrible. So, I mean, that's something, right? And here's the meeting spot.
It's Dunyarzad's puppet.
Ow. Have you ever just kicked over something by accident? I just kicked my racing wheel and stubbed my toe. Did I fix... Is it this button? I think I fixed it. We're so back, gamers. We're so back. I was having issues with my model. Most professional Zero Scuff streamer right here. Cade the Magnificent. Actually, that name is absolute rubbish. I'm never saying that again.
Traveler? You must be exhausted.
You don't have long, though. That's the problem. You gotta...
Think of it. We've been stuck in this place for a really, really long time.
What? Are you making fun of my... Are you making fun of my vocabulary of choice? Oh, come on, MiHoYo. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Come on, man.
Hyman still remembers when we were sitting here, and the way her eyes sparkled when she talked about Nilu's dance of Sumeru's.
There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not to leave behind any regrets.
That was what the real Dunyarzad said, wasn't it? Does that mean...
Yes, Traveler. What is it?
Oh, so she's still just a puppet. But just now, how come...
Man. I'm just gonna toggle the sad toggle, because that's how I fucking feel reading some of these. Don't leave behind any regrets.
What? Where are we going this time?
Hopefully we're going to beat the shit out of some sages. Hopefully we're gonna go beat the fuck out of these guys. Yeah, let's go beat the fuck out of them. I don't want any more of these goddamn academic pompous ass sages to get in my way of things. These guys are almost as pompous as the guys in the Charlene Forum, you know? Is it too... Are we too early? Oh, we're too late. Alright, fuck. T-pose of...
we will have to order an investigation into every single event of the user. The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency.
Let's fucking go.
Traveler?
Let's go.
You don't have to get involved. He's a sage from the academia. I don't want to drag you into this.
Traveler.
Traveler? What the heck are you doing? If you get arrested by the academia, that's another day gone to waste.
We're not gonna get arrested.
They're not reacting. Have they been scared stiff?
Oh. Wait. Oh. They've just been going through the motions because it keeps happening every single time, and now that a new variable's been introduced, they have no way to react to it.
Oh, of course. If this is the sage's plan, they wouldn't put themselves through this.
They're not involved at all.
So they're just substitutes. What is this?
So it's Nilo's dream.
His entourage.
Yeah, it's Nilo's dream. Wait, the flowers on the stage, they weren't there. Wait.
Like I said, they symbolize the goddess of flowers. It's just a shame that all the real Padisaras went extinct after her death.
It's Nilo's dream.
The Greater Lord brought forth new Padisaras in memory of the goddess of flowers. But she ultimately could never truly replicate that beautiful shade of purple.
Unless Nahida's been here and just decided to help. This has to be Nilo's dream.
That beautiful shade of purple. Aren't these flowers real Padisaras? Just like the ones from the legend? I didn't even notice. Tanyarzad, did you find these? But didn't you just say all the real flowers went extinct after the goddess of flowers passed away? So, how? Yeah. What's going on here?
Wait, Soto, what do you mean? Wait, is it? No, it's not your birthday. Is it? No. Am I reading too much into that statement, what you just said? No. Is it your birthday? Am I just... Brain? Do I know Brain? Is it your birthday? No. Is it? It might be.
Huh? You guys are acting weird. But okay, I'll try.
Oh, no. No, 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 no. Hold up. Pause. Pause. Ad break time. I'm so sorry. I just saw the timer go off. I'm gonna let the ad break play out. But now we get a zoom in close. We get a close up of Nilo. Look at her. Nilo's pretty. I like her a lot. But, there is no one who has a higher spot in my heart than Miss Kamisato Ayaka herself. She has the topmost spot in my heart. I love her so much. Do you, Brain? I don't, Brain. No, we don't think. No think. No think. Who think? Me? No. No think. Brain no work. I will continue in a second. Once that pesky little ad goes away. 10, 9. I just don't want to, continue while certain people get stuck on ads while some don't. I don't understand how the Twitch ad thing works. Sometimes it just, it just does its own thing. It really do be like that. And welcome back from the ads. I am so sorry about those ads. I am dreadfully sorry. But they must be done. So it's Nilo's dream.
So Nilu's the host. What a surprise!
Alright. It was either Dia or Nilo, so like...
Purple body Saras don't exist in the real world anymore. But in Nilu's subconscious, they can appear as decorations on the stage. It's just like the example Nahida told us. People assume there will be food on a plate, and Nilu assumed there would be real Padisaras in the flower pots. So when you saw the flowers, you instantly knew it was Nilu?
That makes sense.
If we want to end the samsara, we need the host to become aware that they're dreaming.
So just tell Nilo that she's dreaming.
Nilu realized that.
I mean, you just did.
Am I dreaming?
Huh?
So I'm right. Is this Lesser Lord Kusanali responding to our celebration of the Sumeru festival?
Not really.
Wrong guess, but you aren't completely wrong either. The point is, what
Nilo has, like,
this is a
big brain.
As far as you know, people in Sumeru don't dream, right?
Yeah, but have you heard the tale of the first sage? To prevent a calamity, he went on a journey to find the Dendro Archon.
Ooh, sounds familiar. Dunyarzad told us a story like that when we first arrived in Sumeru City. So it was about the first sage, huh?
Yep, but in the part you heard, he hadn't become the first sage yet. There's more to the story. His piety and wisdom were acknowledged by the Dendro Archon, and she finally gave her blessing to him. All kinds of spectacular scenes appeared in front of the first sage, as if all the knowledge in the world was being painted onto a canvas right before him. He was captivated. After who knows how long, he mastered all the knowledge he could comprehend. Afterward, he said to the Dendro Archon, "I miss my parents, my wife, and my children. I've been away from home for far too long. They must be worried." The Dendro Archon smiled. The next second, the sage found himself lying in his bed, as if he had just woken up from a dream. His wife, lying next to him, said, "You're off to search for the Dendro Archon today, aren't you? Have a safe journey, my love." In the end, the first sage took care of many disasters in Sumeru City, and founded the Academia.
Yeah, but look what the Academia's become.
What a
It's a
happy
poisoned
ending.
version of what it became.
So the first
Well, I
sage
guess it's a
was
poisoned
evil
version now of what it
ever
was.
since the beginning of the story? He never went on his journey?
There's too many dreams in this plot line, bro. I'm starting to feel like this is a Leonardo DiCaprio movie.
So she blessed him in the form of a dream.
Paimon understands where you're coming from now. That's a really interesting connection. But we really gotta wait.
It's just, no, exactly. It's just Charlian with the form. I came to that conclusion the other day. I'm just like, these guys are pompous and stuck up. It reminds me of, Fortuno in the original Endwalker trailer. So, Charlian, what is it? What the fuck's the line that Gistola says? Something about, Charlian would, absolve itself while the world's in ruin. And he just goes, "Come what may, we shall live on. We must." And he's just, all stuck up and stuff. I remember that. God, Fortuno, what a guy. What a guy.
See. Well, it just so happens that today's Sub-Zero's festival is almost over too.
Yeah, for, the 100th time. Can you do the dance for us? I want to see the dance. Can you do the dance?
Since we're in a
Do as
dream,
you must, then.
let's make
But
this
we
moment
scions
dance
shall
of Sub-Zero's
fight
as beautiful
until
as
the
we can.
heavens fall, until our last breaths. Oh my god, man, Endwalker was so good. Endwalker was so good. Please tell me this is an animated cutscene. Oh shit, it is! Yo! We get a full animation for this one. And since it's a dream, I guess the magic gets illuminated.
I dedicate this to our god, the dance of Sub-Zeros.
Okay, Hoyo doesn't miss. Hoyo doesn't miss when it comes to the music, though. Like, for real. It's just a bop. I love it.
I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Nilu's dance.
Oh. Wait! No! No, come on, don't do this to me!
Oh, good morning, traveler.
But,
Oh,
but,
she's been asleep
but-
the longest time.
but is she really dead? I know she couldn't hold on much longer, but like, she's not really dead, is she? My head hurts.
Paimon head feels super heavy. Did we oversleep? Do you even remember going to sleep last night?
I mean,
Paimon thinks it was after the Sumeru's festival. The Sumeru's festival! Have we finally escaped from the Sumeru samsara? Quick! Take off your Akasha terminal!
no. These quest options. You can't do this to me. I'm gonna be sad. If she's...
She's not in her room. What happened?
No.
Huh? What usual spot?
No, come on. Come on. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't you dare do what I think you're gonna do. Don't you dare. Oh my god, she's here! Oh my god!
Well done, traveler and Paimon. And thank you, Dunyarzad, for organizing the Sumeru's festival for me.
Wait,
I'm sorry, who are...
wait,
Dunyarzad! You're okay!
hold on.
Oh, don't scare us like
Can we... Hold on, sorry. Can we talk about, real quick, the fact that Catherine from the Adventurers Guild sounds a little too much like Nahida for right this second? Can we just address that real quick? You guys heard it too, right?
Oh, Traveler Paimon. I have something
Right?
amazing to tell you. I just had a dream, and I saw Nilu performing the dance of Sumeru's.
Oh my god, it's... The Endless Aid is over. Okay, don't ever change. What? What? I heard it. I heard what I heard. I heard it. What? I thought, listen, we're at the, listen, hear me out. We're at the usual spot from the dreams, and instead of Nahida, Catherine shows up, but she had the same voice as Nahida. It sounded... Listen, I'm using 100% of my brain, but also that means we can continue on to... Hold on, I got achievements. Let's clear those out. Oh my god. Give me my primos. Okay, no more. No more primos? Cool. Okay. We can just continue into part 3 now. Act 3.
You're actually Nahida, aren't you?
Hey!
I felt like Catherine was acting weird when we met at the Sumeru's festival. And Dunyarzad.
Guess what? Guess what?
It's a really long story. We shouldn't disturb her. Her consciousness is still weakened.
You tried to gaslight me to thinking I was wrong? I
Let's
was
check
right.
somewhere else. How about by the traveler's favorite bench?
I fucking knew it. I actually was using 100% of my brain on that one. Oh my god. You know what? I'll call that one a success. Yeah. That was good. I feel so validated by that. Holy shit. Oh, that was great. God, Sumeru's so pretty, though. Look at this place.
Let's talk about Dunyarzad first. It's such a relief that she's all right. After we parted on the last day of the Sumeru's festival, I left the city and saw what the traveler had described. Among the countless dreams, I found one that was growing fainter and fainter. This proved my suspicion. Once Dunyarzad could no longer bear the Akasha harvesting her dreams, her consciousness began to dissipate. But this also meant it escaped the Akasha's control. Such a small fragment of consciousness can't last for very long, though. It will return to its original dream, where both will gradually fade until they completely disappear.
Good job nailing something you already knew. What do you mean already knew? I didn't already know that. I just guessed that right on the spot. When did I learn that before?
For much longer if it hadn't been for you two breaking the samsara. So it looks like we did manage to save Dunyarzad in the end. Not a moment too soon.
God damn you, Hoyo, for fucking, like, messing with my emotions, making me feel like shit. And then we...
Huh? Why are you two smiling so happily? I thought you'd be so moved that you'd start crying. I need to spend more time observing human emotions.
Aw, Nahida.
Both are fine. Everyone reacts differently. Alright, you two must have a lot of other questions for me, right? After all, you saved my faithful believer. As your reward, I will answer any and all questions.
Why do you look at Catherine?
I'm using the Akasha as a medium to occupy Catherine's consciousness.
So you've possessed her.
How did you do that? Poor Catherine. Does this mean you can also occupy other people's consciousnesses? Theoretically, I can enter anyone's mind as long as they're wearing their Akasha terminal. The Akasha is the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. As Lesser Lord Kusanali and the first Akasha terminal, my consciousness has always been linked to the Akasha. I've always respected my people's free will, so I've never actually occupied their consciousness. When necessary, I just borrow this bionic Snezhnayan puppet. Hold on. Did we just learn some deep, dark secret? So
Oh,
Catherine is...
wait.
No wonder Paimon felt something was off about her.
Ain't no way.
Her own body. Why do you need to borrow...
Ain't no way.
Don't you live in the sanctuary?
That makes so much sense.
That story begins a long time ago. After Greater Lord Rukkhadevata
Makes sense how there's so many of them just wandering around.
and took me back to Sumeru. At that time, I was young and weak. The sages kept me in the sanctuary of Suristana, ostensibly for the sake of protecting me. But I've hardly heard from them since. However, I do understand.
Paimon would be the type to just casually break the fourth wall, to be fully honest.
A symbol of her passing. So, the sages basically put their new Archon under house arrest? How dare they? Why don't you teach them a lesson, Nahida? In some ways, they aren't wrong. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was omniscient and omnipotent. Even after her death, the Akasha is still empowering this nation. And I'm still really far away from being able to call myself the God of Wisdom. Moreover, the Academia is also more proficient at governing this country. My existence has little meaning. Yeah, you got a lot of believers. Just look at the Sub-Zero's festival. Everyone who showed up truly loves you. Thank you for the kind words. But I honestly don't need physical freedom as long as I can connect my consciousness to the Akasha. Trying to find a way to save Irminsul is my life's mission and top priority. I will work on that and try to live up to being.
If I get the option to ask a question about Irminsul, I need to ask it right now.
Once in a while, I will also take up the duties
Well.
of the God of Wisdom.
Well, yeah, okay.
Doing all that should be enough.
Alright.
At the Avidia Forest, there was this incense that made the traveler fall unconscious.
Paimon, there was this what?
Name of a huge tree and a red sky. You also heard someone's voice, right? It said world and forget me.
Not the first time I've heard that.
You do know.
Well, that one was the first time.
Ask you what
Then there was a second time just recently.
The red sky was related to Conria. It seems like the traveler established a connection to Irminsul. That was a message left by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's residual consciousness in Irminsul. Perhaps her last memory before she died. As you two probably know, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata disappeared after the disaster in Conria. The timings of these events do line up, so your suspicions are reasonable. A message from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? We thought it was from King Deshret. King Deshret? That god who died even longer ago? Some present-day desert dwellers still worship him. You probably...
Why does desert dweller sound like an insult?
Okay, so what does the message mean? I still haven't managed to decipher it. Even the Akasha isn't currently capable of doing that. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's residual consciousness in Irminsul seems to be contaminated with something that has a very dangerous aura to it.
Uh-oh.
Many devoted scholars go mad as soon as they connect their consciousness. I've warned the Academia about this many times, but people still keep falling victim to it. But I believe this is the key to saving Irminsul. That's why I've kept trying to decipher it. So the tree in the vision was Irminsul? Oh, Tainari also said that Irminsul is sick. Is it because of the contaminated consciousness?
Yes. It's all coming together now.
I can't figure out what that vision was all about. It seems like our search for you was all in vain. The traveler wasn't affected after coming in contact with that consciousness. I've never seen anyone like that. With you here, we may have a chance at deciphering it. No, we must decipher its secrets. I've already eliminated all other factors that might affect Irminsul. This is the only one left. This puzzle has life and death at stake. It could determine Irminsul's fate, as well as Teyvat's.
Alright, so about the sage's plans. What we got?
There's never been any big problems with the Academia's governance of Sumeru. This is the first time I've seen them step out of line. I wonder what caused them to go down this path, and what they hope to achieve. Even though the city's residents haven't noticed anything strange, if the traveler hadn't broken the Sub-Zero's samsara, the situation could have become dire. I tried to do some investigating in the Akasha, but I couldn't find anything suspicious, and all the people of interest seemed to purposely avoid wearing their Akasha terminals. I think they're deliberately trying to hide something. Oh, that reminds Paimon. Arvaville, there was a sage who had invited Kainerite to join some kind of project. Could it be related? Regardless, I need to first investigate the sage's motives, make things right, and punish them if needed. But I'll have to be discreet, or they'll see me coming.
And no one has realized the issue?
You mean how the Akasha stops you from having dreams?
Well, I guess people just don't think about it, right?
It's been such a long time. No one's noticed something's up? It's not that no one noticed. It's more like no one cared. Ultimately, it's all rooted in the sage's misdirection.
Hey, kid. What's up, Soto?
The sage is convinced
What's
everyone
up,
that
Soto?
being unable to dream is a sign of rationality and wisdom. Not dreaming is a badge of honor in Sumeru. Even if the truth is that their dreams are being reaped by the Akasha. With their propaganda in place, the sages can maximize their use of the Akasha to facilitate their research. Besides, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata must have created the Akasha in the hopes that it could be used to its full potential. That's why I've never come out strongly against this. Anyway, the perspective advocated by the sages drowned out any voices of doubt. By now, even those who never use Akasha terminals find it too shameful and embarrassing to talk about their dreams.
And that's it. No more questions.
I hope my answers were satisfactory, seekers of knowledge.
No, I can't. No.
To be
If
honest,
you're gonna cook something, cook it now
took a lot of
and give it time to roast. Because if you're gonna cook, I expect it to be a full roast. Give it time to cook in the oven, make sure it marinates, and then I can digest it later.
The Akasha won't be able to conduct another project on the scale of the Sumeru Samsara in the immediate future. Go and get some sleep. Leave everything to us. What a relief. This is truly the most exciting.
How do you feel about Money Girl Senpai? That is such an open question because
Traveler?
of so much
Here.
that happened in that fucking anime.
Maybe you were sleepwalking. You know you can't wake up a sleepwalker. We happened to walk by, so we thought we'd wait for you to wake up.
I see. Huh. I should visit my maintenance personnel sometime. Oh, I'm fine. I better go. Thank you.
So, okay. So, the first thing I think of when it comes to Bunny Girl Senpai,
Quite some time in Sumeru City.
I think of...
Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Alright, hear me out.
From her.
I think of when,
We can't just
in the
keep
first,
waiting
like, 3
around.
episodes,
Let's go find Catherine and pick up
Sakurajima,
and at least keep
like,
ourselves
fades
safe.
out of existence because no one remembers her. And, the main male protag has to, like, do some dumbass, like, head-ass shit and get her attention just to keep her from, like, living. But then there's also the, you know, if you've not, okay, actually, I don't know who has and who hasn't seen Bunny Girl Senpai, but spoiler alert, there's the thing that happens to the sister at the end of the series. Those are the two big things I think of when it comes to Bunny Girl Senpai. So, it's gonna be one of those options, right? Or it could be something from the middle episodes. Oh my god.